Eternal CEO Deepinder Goyal, Blinkit and Zomato remained unaffected by strike calls yesterday and registered deliveries at record pace. In a statement, Goyal said both platforms delivered at a record pace, completing an all-time high of over 75 lakh orders in a single day. He added that more than 4.5 lakh delivery partners across Zomato and Blinkit successfully served over 63 lakh customers. According to Goyal, support from local law enforcement helped contain a small number of miscreants, ensuring smooth operations across cities. The Zomato CEO clarified that the record deliveries were achieved without any additional incentives, noting that higher incentives on New Year Eves is routine and no different from previous years. Goyal expressed gratitude to local authorities and on-ground teams for swift coordination and enforcement. He also thanked delivery partners for continuing operations despite intimidation, calling their participation a choice of honest work and progress. Addressing criticism of the gig economy, Goyal said that a system which is fundamentally unfair would not attract or retain such large numbers of workers. In fact, Goyal, while taking on the gig workers' call for strike, went on to say that despite the strike and what he called was intimidation, there was an absolute record sale of deliveries. Meanwhile, stand-up comedian Kunal Kamra has reacted to Zomato founder Deepinder Goyal's LinkedIn post on delivery operations during New Year's Eve. In a post on social media, Kamra questioned the hourly earnings of gig workers, asking how much delivery partners were paid per hour over the past year. Kamra said that the figure should be made public, arguing that it would end the debate around gig worker compensation. He added that if delivery partners were paid at least 50 rupees per hour for the time they were logged into the app, he would stop commenting on gig worker issues. This comes as delivery partners from platforms such as Swiggy, Zomato, Blinkit, Zepto, Amazon and Flipkart called an all-India strike on December 25th and 31st, protesting poor pay and working conditions and demanding an end to the 10-minute deliveries. The unions, including the Indian Federation of App-Based Transport Workers and the Telangana Gig and Platform Workers Union, said the protest was to highlight the falling earnings, unsafe delivery pressure and arbitrary ID blocking, lack of job security and absence of social protection. Many workers participated by logging off delivery apps for part of the day. Unions demanded rollback of cut payouts, improved safety measures, fair wages and an end to extreme fast delivery targets such as 10-minute delivery model. And I'm being joined by my colleague Sabyasachi Roy at this point. Good evening, Sabyasachi. Happy New Year to you. But it's been quite a heated confrontation between Kunal Kamra and Deepinder Goyal.
Well, that's right. It's a heated confrontation. And as the owner of Zomato clarified that during the time when the protest was going on, it has not created a chaos. In fact, they have seen a record-breaking delivery during this particular time because different unions had called for a protest on Christmas Eve and on New Year's Eve as well. And now Kunal Kamra has taken a jibe at him, stating that how much money have been given to the delivery partners, whether any assurance has been given to them. So clearly, at this particular time, it has also taken a political turn because yesterday, when the gig workers were protesting across the country, in fact, the member of parliament from RJD, Manoj Jha, also had written a letter to Union Minister Mansukh Mandviya for asking the ministry for its intervention into this matter. Now, there has been some demands that the unions have put forward regarding the 10 minutes delivery time and also for a stable pay. But clearly the support for the gig workers are continuously coming in from different opposition leaders. They have taken to social media X to support the gig workers. Now, whether it is Zomato, Blinkit, Swiggy or other partners, they have in fact said that it has not affected their business, and they have also quoted the report from the Niti Aayog, which says that by the year 2029 to 2030, the number of gig workers in the entire country will double itself. So clearly, the war of words is still going on, and it will go ahead because the union will carry on with their protest until and unless their demands are met.
Right. Sabyasachi, stay on with us. Do we have Selvi right now with us? All right, we're trying to get through one of the app-based workers union representatives as well. But Sabyasachi, going on to this entire protest that was called for, the strike that was called for, just how significant was it at a national level? Did it have a lot of participation from actually delivery partners? Do we have any sense of that?
It did not have a much impact on ground. See, if you talk about the national capital, yes, there was protest, but there was protest in different pockets across the national capital. Not a centric protest has taken place here in Delhi. Protest also taken place in Hyderabad, and the numbers that we are getting is that around over 1 lakh of the gig workers protested across different states in India. Though it was not a massive protest that the union would have thought that it would have a big implications on ground, and the messaging will go across to the owners of Zomato, Swiggy, or Zepto and other company, but it did not have that much implication what the unions thought so.
Right, Sabyasachi, thank you very much for joining us. We are also being joined right now by Selvi, who's the president for App-Based Workers Union Women's Wing in Karnataka. Selvi, thank you so much for joining us. My first question, were you part of any deliveries? Did you do any deliveries on 25th and 31st personally?
Yeah, we did it on Christmas 25th. We did. And also we did it on yesterday, like December 31st also we did with the urban company workers and Swiggy
No,
workers
1
also.
minute. What I'm asking you, Selvi, is did you personally deliver the orders,
No,
or were
no,
you on a
no,
complete
no,
strike?
no. Log out the app and we were just sitting at home. Yeah,
Okay.
we did.
Okay. Do you think your message was loud and clear? Why I'm asking you this is, while you were sitting at home, logged off from the app, not going for your deliveries, the CEO clearly, Deepinder Goyal, has come out in public and said it's been a record day for them. Both 25th and 31st with record deliveries, record orders, and he has called delivery partners, joined them despite intimidation. These are strong words from Deepinder Goyal. Do you think your strike saw or reverberated loud enough?
I think we think so. It's loud enough to government and also to the company, and also how much impact is like we need much more impact to the company. Then they will come and talk to us. I think this is the better way to show up the company how our voice is being raised.
Okay. So, what would be your response to Deepinder? You know, if Deepinder is listening to you right now, he has literally taken on, taunted the call for strike, and he said actually delivery partners have come forward for honest, hard work on the 31st and 25th and partnered with them. So, somebody who was part of the strike, as someone who called for the strike, what would be your response to Deepinder Goyal?
My response, they have to raise their voice because the struggle, the food delivery and the Swiggy, Zomato, Ola, Uber, and also the urban company, as well, what all the home service has been app-based workers. Also, they need to raise their voice because the company is not ready to talk with the workers, either to the union. They think they refuse to talk with the unions and the workers, and the small demands they keep, like we don't want to deliver 10 minutes food delivery. We don't want to, as a beautician in urban company, they also face 30 minutes delivering the job, which is not possible in Bangalore, I think, even and none of the other state also. I think they should raise their voice. Just because the raising the voice, they've been blocking the ID. But I think how many people, how many ID can they be blocking, right? Maybe 100, 200. All over India, they cannot block the ID, right?
Okay.
So they can come across and raise their voice, and they can keep the demand. That is how the company can listen. Because until if you don't raise your voice, they just ignore your problems and whatever you're facing on,
Okay.
like, like how the algorithm works doesn't the maybe they are not aware of, the workers doesn't know about what is the law, what is the how
Okay.
to educate the gig workers doesn't know about the law, so the company has making profit with that. And also the customer also, they also don't have a problem with that, but in all the burden goes on the workers, gig workers only, I feel.
Okay, Selvi, my last question. I'm being told to wrap. I believe you're short on time. But the last question, Kunal Kamra has questioned Deepinder Goyal, has countered Deepinder Goyal and said that if the gig workers were even getting 50 rupees per hour, he would stop questioning. What do you think during 31st when there were these surpluses, bonuses, incentives that were announced for each order? How much per order was being received? Would you have any sense of it?
For the 31st, they have been ordered for 50 rupees, 45 rupees, I guess. But, and also they have reduced after the 25th strike, they have reduced for 4 days, like per order is like 20 rupees, 30 rupees.
I
That is
see.
the case.
Otherwise,
Yes.
how much it used to be earlier?
Earlier, it has to be for per kilometer, it was been 30 rupees. Now they made it 10 rupees, which is not
Okay.
affordable for the workers.
All
Yes.
right. Thank you very much for joining us, Ms. Selvi.